Guys, good morning. Do a little drive chat on my way into work. Be a quick video, hopefully. You know I like to ramble. First thing we'll just cover is the whole PSA stuff. Obviously, they put that little questionnaire out, and the thing that threw everybody off on the cleaning aspect of that, when they were going to offer the cleaning service for, I believe, $2.99 or $1.99, inexpensive, realistically, just to make sure your cards meet a better criteria. Even though PSA president already, or vice president, one of them said that they already kind of, will take a microfiber and clean it off, and that's more of what they meant. The thing is, when they said buff out scratches, because we all know to buff out a scratch, you need some juice. Shout out to Kirk's Card Care, because he may have actually changed the hobby in the future to where now that will become acceptable. I just don't see how that oversight got through on accident. Like, who wrote that, then who looked at it and approved it? And if those checks and balances aren't happening at PSA, then they're just basically a really loosely ran company at that point. So I just have a hard time believing that nobody proofread that before it went out, and somebody had to be okay with that. And I would like the data. I would love to see that questionnaire before they changed it, and how many people said, yeah, that's fine. I'd like that, because I have a better chance of getting a 10. If you're going to take care of it for me, and I don't have to deal with other person, shout out to Mr. Minty, or anybody else that does this stuff that is against the rules, supposedly, but can't be seen or diagnosed, yeah, I don't really care. On modern cards especially. Old cards, I don't think you should touch them personally. But new stuff, because of the roller marks and things like that, and the gloss, and do we know if any of this stuff's going to have a long-term effect on the card? No, we don't. But we also didn't know Topps Finest cards and foil cards back in the day, or chrome cards, were going to Hulk. So again, it's just one of those things that time will tell no matter what. The Pokemon communities, their restoration process has actually gone, I think, probably beyond the card restoration. I don't know if y'all keep up with any of that stuff, but with the guy explaining how to recolor the edge of the cards to where you can't tell that it was recolored because you're using the same exact color, and how you can wipe it off with this stuff to make it pretty much seem like you just can't tell. And then the other guy that shows how to completely bend a card in half, massive nasty crease, and then take that crease completely out of it, using a lot of the same techniques that Kirk's used in the past. Guys, this stuff's out there. Once money really got introduced into this hobby, people were going to find a way to do things. People were going to have knowledge that other people don't have, and it's just always going to be the way it is in anything. Somebody's going to fake something and do this. Now, when we talk about the faking something, let's go to Upper Deck and doing the RPAs in the cup in their version of a slab with a QR code that gives you, I guess, a link to the actual uniform or patch where it came out of, and then I guess maybe cutting it up. I haven't seen any type of data on that. I've heard about that. I haven't physically seen it. So basically making it to where you can't fake the patch because it's already been slabbed. But obviously we know we can crack slabs. The thing that everybody's saying too is, like, why can't we just have a database that we can go and see all the cards that are slabbed, or printed for that matter, in the cup or whatever product you're attempting to protect long term. That way that I can just go verify that X serial number has X patch in it, or the auto looks like this on it. So we don't have to worry about people patch swapping and faking autos. Like, just make a database. You already have the card. I'm assuming somewhere along the lines they can take a picture or a video of all of them and then clip it out. We do have AI now, so a lot of that would be easier to do. I did see a video recently where one of the athletes was doing a triple signature for, I think, Flawless, because it was football, and was like the top 3 corners of all time. It was like Deion Sanders, Charles Woodson, and maybe Champ Bailey on it. And they were showing that card, and Deion was the last signature that hadn't been signed yet. Start taking some pictures, or do like a conveyor scanner. I don't know. It can't be that dang hard. create that database for us to protect your product, to protect our product, to be able to go and find out that maybe there's a specific patch that I really want to go after. This could also create a hierarchy for the best patch for a set, because let's face it, yes, we all like the NFL Shield, supposedly. I'm to the point now the NFL Shield logo is really overdone. It's ridiculous, especially with Panini, where all these are not from any specific game, event, person, or was probably actually never part of a jersey. It's literally just the logo patch that they have like a billion of them on. Like back in the day, we could just sew on your own patch. They've got a billion of these things. They're just sticking them in cards, and we're going ooh and odd because it says 1 of 1 on it. And realistically, that's not the most exciting patch in a card. I do like the MLB logo. I think that stands for a little bit something different, and those are usually game used. Unless it's in even Panini's product, it's usually got some game used or game worn. They're still going through a lot of that product that they've probably collected over the years, and then some is not. But yeah, I just think there's a way to do it. I like that they're trying. We all are happy that Upper Deck is trying this, giving it some type of they're caring about the product, and they're explaining that to us that they care about it and they want to try and keep their product safe. And I agree with that, but there's just other ways I think to do it. I don't like that lately people have thrown out the words innovative first to do this type deal. So it's kind of the first, but not kind of the first. It's kind of like, I know you're trying to sell something, or it's a marketing thing as well, but you just say what it is, and let's move along with our lives. Other than that, obviously, Select Footballs just recently came out. Honestly, a little bit disappointed with the design on that. I watched a podcast on Spitball Cards where they were talking about the rookie card for baseball and like each one of their top 5, and it was very interesting because like they're explaining why a specific set like Topps Chrome or Bowman Chrome is just a harder type set to even care about any of the cards anymore, because the same image crosses over multiple different versions of that product, where it's Topps Chrome Sapphire, Topps Gilded, whatever it may be. It keeps going. And then they were talking about that Ellie De La Cruz's rookie card for Dynasty hasn't even come out yet because that Dynasty product hasn't come out, and it feels like Ellie's been playing for 2 years, and they're just falling behind. And I just worry that they're going to keep falling behind because they're trying to do too much and put too much product out, and they're not concentrating on the things that really drive the hobby for their market, other than right now it's just quantity, release and quantity. How fast can we get it out? How fast can we get them to break it to where it goes up a little bit and then goes down? And then how fast can we get the next product out to just keep that train rolling? And I do see the hobby at some point is going to get fatigued. There's just, if it's not already. Again, the thing with the breaking part of everything is we don't have a go-to breaker outside of what people believe that pull the most frequent rare cards, where you feel your opportunity is higher. But like, we don't have a face of the hobby in terms of breaking. Like, there's no QVC style breaking where somebody's selling you some stuff, but it's a little more exciting and they're talking you into it. You're not getting that right now. There's nobody doing that. And there's no true excitement in breaking a lot of times, unless it's your card that you hit that's worth a bunch of money that you probably stretched yourself out on just to get into. So I just think it would be fun if we had something. It can't be every night though, because it'll burn itself out. And I think the hobby is just not looking at things that have worked for other things in the past and introducing that into our hobby to create a different level of excitement. Because again, breaking has a good side of it. You have to open the product to get to singles. That's the fact, even if those singles are inserts. But man, we need something more in this hobby in order to keep it going. Otherwise, I just don't see sustainability right now. I really don't. I see all the profits that are going on. They're making more money than they ever have, even though they complain about having to spend money on doing things. It's not that. It's just they don't want to do more work. It's really what it is. But that's my thoughts. Let me know, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you later.